So again, what's the goal? Standardizing practice. Phase 2, the insertion bundle, is standardized around the world. What you're doing in Richmond is what I'm doing in Baltimore, is what they're doing in Sydney, Australia. It's standardized at the highest level, evidence-based. That's what we have to do with the other phases of this thing in order to eliminate unnecessary variation, right? So late in my career, I changed hospitals, and I went and introduced myself to the infection preventionist, you know, because they do the Lord's work. And she just came back from their meeting. She came back, it was a 10-hospital system, and she's going, you know, we're doing that insertion bundle, we're doing everything, but we're still seeing some CLABSIs. And this is kind of the lament of the infection prevention. And we're doing everything, but we're still seeing some CLABSIs. In other words, is it inevitable or what? But like, what can we do? We can get out of our silos and work as a team. And what do I mean by that? We can insert the catheters properly, we can dress them properly, and we can care for them properly. And if you do this, you have a strong chance of preventing infection. And if you don't do this, you get what you get, right? So, infection prevention, it's interactive today, right? What is the point of this insertion bundle? Why do we do it? Why do we do the insertion bundle, the 90-second thing? What's the big picture? Sometimes, like, people get lost in the weeds. Why do we do this thing? Standardization to prevent infection. We do this thing to prevent infection in a standardized way. That's the point of this, right? That's why we do that insertion bundle thing, right? Then we have the checklist or the clip form, right? What's the point of the clip form?
To validate.
Okay, to make sure the insertion bundle is done properly, and then to make sure there's no break in techniques during the insertion. That's why we do this, right? I mean, like, that's the big picture. I mean, sure, the nurses have, all right, that's why we do this thing, right?